So NiP versus EG. The first map was Train, and we do see NiP convert after a spectacular first half.
Not the best second, though.
Not the best second. I'm Machine, I'm joined by Henry G, and of course we are getting into our second map. Now it's Nuke. This is where things get interesting because a lot of people, analysts, and of course my co-caster, colorcaster here, Mr. Henry, suggesting that Nuke does seem to be in the wheelhouse of NiP by a large margin.
It definitely is, but EG play this map very well as Day. The problem is they're not looking like the usual well-oiled machine we're used to seeing from them. There's a couple of missing pieces here, especially Stanislaw not looking as sharp as you'd like. We had a couple of moments from Breezy there. Ethan had a couple of clutches as well, but overall, everyone's just looking like a level beneath what we expect right now. NiP may be going above expectations. So I think a 2-0 is certainly on the cards here. I guess my prediction at the start, I'm going to stick with it. Maybe EG can come to life in this one, considering they got some momentum from that second half. I feel like that was a little bit worrisome for the NiP fans out there.
No, yeah, and that momentum, it's such a cliche and unquantifiable, but we talk about momentum, and actually if I had to put like a list of momentum-based teams, EG are very much at the top of that one.
You wanted to shut them down early. The 16-4, that's what you were looking for.
That would have been perfect, but now I do think, you know, there's morale. There's morale, there's jokes, Stan 10-second ninja defusing, everyone suddenly getting, you know, you win 9 rounds off the back of that. Everyone's got their mojo back a little bit, and I think that that is going to do wonders for EG in terms of resistance here on map 2.
Now, Alex, I've got a question for you. If I want to enhance my experience, if I really want to make this the best viewing of Counter-Strike I possibly can, what would I do?
I'm so glad you asked that, Henry, because I think what you'd do is you'd get a premium pass.
Oh,
now,
and what's that?
If you're a subscriber...
Specifically, what is that?
I'll tell you, actually. You can use Amazon Prime to get your free Twitch Prime subscription, or you can just subscribe old-fashioned way, $4.99. $4.99, that's like
bargain.
2 chicken bakes, a drink, and a sausage roll from Greg's. If you're watching from the UK, which
Other
are probably not,
are available.
or alternative bakeries. You can get 10-player POVs, and you get to see Sliggy in the observing team as well. That's, I mean, I'd pay $4.99 just to watch Sliggy, actually, to be honest. Yeah. You have. Conversation for another time. There is detailed player stats available as well as custom crosshairs. You can cheer for your favorite teams and just subscribe. Nice and easy for $4.99. Let's get into the action, though. Map 2, Nuke.
Here we go, then. It is going to be a T-side start for EG, and that doesn't bode well overall. You don't really necessarily want to be starting the T side, but if you win that pistol, you're off to a flyer. It's Rez with the first frag here, and Forest opportunities in front of him. Ring around the Rosie here on the bomb site. It's NiP, though, dropping a couple of players. An access point granted towards EG, and Plopsky now looking for the flank once again. Can he find the headshots required here? Certainly not. There was a good chance, but now it's a 3-on-2.
Twist at the top of the ladder. Stan's got his eyes trained in the perfect angle for that fight, but missed shots, and Twist the opposite connects. Rez is arriving as well from the same position. I'm not sure if he's got the info, actually. I think Breezy's got the line, and it's perfect. Ethan and him working together. 2 kills from Stan, 2 from Ethan, and the cherry on top delivered by Breezy at the end there. So the first round of play and a T-side pistol start. That's lovely.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, especially after losing that first frag as well, as Rez had opened things up with a quick one-tap through the smoke, of course. He takes down Tarek, but they bounce back here. The smoke down enables him to focus towards that upper bomb side. You can see them swarming Forest there, who was looking for some wiggle room. Any sort of opportunity to find the headshot there, but the timings eluded him. Oof. So did the head of Twist there as he dropped down.
That was a funny, not shot, sorry, but there was a funny kind of exchange towards Forest and that ring around a Rosie, as you described it. Yeah.
But he couldn't even find a single kill. It looked like he was in perfect position, but they completely juked him.
You get your Galils now, Henry. Time to see what they can do.
That's a good point. We haven't really talked about it too much. It has been modified. I won't say buffed or nerfed. The price has been reduced, and the spray pattern is now different. So you'll see a lot more Galils. I'd be interested to see at the end of this tournament what the stats are, how many were purchased, and see if it really did have a massive effect. We've certainly seen more FAMASs, that's for sure, right? They seem to be a lot more prevalent, especially in those second round buys when you know potentially the AKs are coming out.
Yeah, but what was funny was the pro scene's knee-jerk reaction was that it's just going to be a hell of a lot of Galils now. So far,
hasn't really affected the game too much.
It doesn't feel that way, no. Interestingly enough, despite being cut down to 1,800, I mean, the fact that that is, you know, just... It feels like close to an SMG's price, or at least it used to be. The old-fashioned MP7 price was only 1,700. I mean, come on. Now you're getting the Galil for 18. Things are changing, and bullets are tagging. Breezy cut down, and actually a good catch from Twist. And now in the corner, not going to quite be able to connect the bullets. Plopsky's UMP didn't. Forest, however, making up for the shortcomings of his teammates. Now they descend ramp, and that's already where NiP are setting themselves up to fight.
Well, here we go then. They know they're heading towards lower damage being inflicted here. Breezy down to 25. They're trying to jump through the window, but it's not quite enough for the CZ, and down he goes. Decent effort there from Rez, and it's up to Lekro now. His Desert Eagle is fantastic, but he had to have a quick kill there to stand a chance in this round. Luckily, though, Forest, yes, indeed. He has a chance to take this one down. He just needs one more shot. It's not going to happen. By the skin of their teeth, EG will win out round number 2, but that's all that really matters there. Against the force buy on the T side, as long as you get that 2-0 up, you know the full eco next round. You have a chance to really really replenish the cash going forward there. So it comes down to one bullet, but it doesn't matter. It will be EG picking up the 2-0.
Phew, sigh of relief. Wipe the sweat from your brow. They've weathered the storm of the CT Force. And now it does just seem like it's going to be a couple of pistols. You can see their weapons of choice, obviously influenced by their finances as well. Desert Eagle for Lecro, that makes a whole lot of sense. Love watching him use that weapon. Somewhat of a master in it. And already out to the top site, Ethan has just charged in and a barrage of bullets thrown towards heaven. This will be the end as the body descends the ladder. A Zeus and a USP, not necessarily the best kit for a 1 versus 5.
No, not ideal. But the Desert Eagle, hello.
I didn't say it was actually going to be the pistol he tried to do some damage with. It's instead, there you go. That's something. A rifle forced to be rebought, stand down. It may have been a MAC-10. I might have to correct myself, excuse me. I think it was 3 AKs and 2 of those SMGs. He's lying in wait for the repeak as the hunt comes in, and it'll be Ethan to pocket an extra $600 into the next. They handle and weather what was just the pistol round for the NiP.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad in the end. Upper rush, the MAC-10s. You don't necessarily want to take those into the next round. That was a great shot from Plopsky. Can't argue with that whatsoever. Nice little flick there just to take the head off Stanislaw, but as you mentioned, only had the MAC-10.
Why can't I do that?
I don't know. Maybe it's...
Can you do that?
I used to be able to do that.
Yeah, I suppose. I've never been able to do that.
Back in the day, a long time ago. But maybe not so much these days. Either way now, Alex, we have got Twist on the AWP. 3-0 down. NiP looking to find their first, but it's a compromised buy. You can see they are lacking certain bits of utility. This is a very standard round from EG. The default smokes towards outer, and they're sending massive amounts of manpower down there. And that spray from Forest, that might actually persuade them to continue. He has to reload now. They know it. And in they go. Very fast-paced. They're dictating the way this round goes down. It's going to have to do with Plopsky to just using that pixel gap he's got right now. As soon as he sees one, drop the smoke, just like that.
That's perfect. Just going to shave 15 seconds off on that nade. Looks so juicy. Tarek does evade a little more, but Ethan, he gets the brunt of it. And Plopsky, he's sticking around, interestingly enough. Breezy pushed up. Waiting for some CT aggression. And a molly exchange. Plopsky, he's doing so well to just keep them slow, and actually his molly's doing good damage in the meantime as they look to try and reposition. Plopsky falling back again, so procedural with this. He's giving them control, but he's making them work for it. Now catches Stan on Decon. Twist as well in support towards that window room. Circle, however, does neutralize. Tarek, unfortunately, only with 1 point of health. He can't make too much more of an impact. That's the bomb now loose, and Cirque forced to go into a 1 versus 4. He can't even find the second. Overwhelmed, outgunned, and the first for the Ninjas.
Yeah, well, there it is. Well held by the Ninjas. Absolutely true. 3 players survive, and they pick up a couple of AK-47s for their troubles. I don't think they salvage AWP, but regardless, they'll be happy with the victory there. Plopsky and Twist doing great work towards lower. Nice pressure towards the lobby as well, making sure they couldn't retreat. Bomb goes down, job done. This was EG, though, that's trying to be relentless with the pressure. That's trying to continue with fast-paced gameplay. They rushed upper before. This time it's 4 players towards Secret. I think we'll see something a bit more default going into this round. But saying that, a couple of UMPs out there, maybe an execution required of sorts. Molotov, Heart, Smoke main entrance. They're focusing potentially towards the ramp from here, but Plopsky holds them off with smoke for now.
Is that a gap?
I don't think so. Maybe a very slight one. No. Yeah, they get close to it.
Instead, just going to try to nade the corner. And look at that. Colossal damage dealt. And now realizing he's got to get out of this spot of bother. To support was Lecro. Simply just the flashbang. Plopsky will fall off. But now Ramp Room completely conceded. Will they continue their advance? It does seem like they're starting to descend. And
how has that happened?
How did that happen?
I think they just jumped into flames, like off the top of the ramp.
And he wasn't expecting him to go to be there for as long as he was. He overstayed his time in the flame.
I think he was just trying to get a quick cheeky kill there. But Plopsky, he'll be getting more and more of those. Down to 42 HP though by virtue of the flames. Is Plopsky looking to deny the plant. He's done it once again. 4-on-1 Breezy with no chance here. He might be able to get a couple of kills, but that's about it. This is a very difficult clutch to negate.
Nice work to play around the smoke, but Foresty's not going to make any mistakes. Deals with him, body shots, and that will be the second then for NiP. And EG are working with packing peanuts for the next round.
That nade, it did about 100 damage between all 5 of them. So
Tarek,
they did exactly that. He jumped in the flames, and Tarek was like, do I go back or forward? He went with the forward approach. Really didn't work out for him. That's the squeaky bum time moment. That's where the red faces are out.
Yeah, would you call it a blunder, Henry?
I wouldn't necessarily use that verbiage, but maybe others would.
Yeah, perhaps someone else would. But it seemed to perhaps I'm going to say that was a bit of a blunder there from Tarek.
A virtual blunder, as some people call it.
Signature.
Full eco as they rush towards up, and now luckily we don't have to be too serious in this round, so the nonsense can continue. Just a couple of Glocks, the bomb down, and another brutal headshot there from Forest. It's going to be a clean sweep for NiP as they tie things up 3-3. And at this point, we've got a game on our hands, Alex.
Yeah, certainly. I'm very intrigued to see if Plopsky can continue to have such a huge contribution in these last 2 rounds that NiP won. We've seen him first with the delaying. He had that smoke, of course, at the pixel angle when they did go for those outside smokes. And then the round prior, well, not only the Molotov onto Tarek, but also with that ridiculous amount of nade damage. So Plopsky, he's had a great start here on Nuke. 7 frags to his name. And 0 at the moment for Tarek. He's 2 away from joining the Secret Service. 007, just 2 rounds away.
Yeah, he did have 1 kill, I guess, after jumping the flames. He loses the frag, right?
Touche.
So it still counts. Definitely not where you want to be, but just to let you all know, he has at least found 1.
Yeah.
But this is the problem. They had Stanislaw, who was what, like 1-9, I think it was, at one stage on the first map. If Tarek gets inside his own head now and can't come online, sure, it's early days, but he's another very valuable asset to the squad. They need all 5 players here, firing on all cylinders, especially when they're a map down here. And it's a ropey buy, to say the least. They've got a couple of Galils. Sure, it's a weapon that's been modified, and it's presumably more prevalent within today's game, but overall, not a great place.
Outside aggression from Lekro, but it's short-lived. He's actually already dipping back and opting for more of a suppressing fire strategy. Just throws 20 bullets of his magazine straight into that smoke. Nothing to write home about just yet. Supported by Forest. And there is actually a member of EG on that silo. He'll be looking to support the outside air, and Ethan up there. And that'll be patrolled by Lekro. So an interesting setup from NiP. They've got 3, essentially, outside early.
EG biding their time. Smoke's down now. So the same smoke we've seen before. A little bit deeper, allow you access towards the garage. And I think that's where they'll be heading. You see Stanislaw leading the charge, giving himself a slight gap on the right to make sure he can actually get in there safely, not be grey screened. You'll see him use that now right on the edge of the smoke. Just so he gets through, he'll be blind for like half a second, but overall it's clean. And in he goes.
You can see the power of the Astralis smokes. Look at that control. They'll be able to work their way through warehouse now, but not if Rez gets that. Can he see the shadow? He surely can. Yep, Forest, he's going to be ready and waiting for Ethan to drop. The call we made is one on Mini. Well, the chances, well, they seem Mini, actually. Breezy looking to change things. Good spray from Twist. He's got good damage onto Ethan, but no frag. And Breezy's doing all of the heavy lifting at this point.
Yeah, he really is. Ethan. Oh, he's actually snuck out of main entrance. That's beautiful stuff. He's a bit of a ninja himself, it seems. As we'll see it go down to the 2-on-1. Twist trying to make this one work. Is that the bomb that just went down?
I think it might have been. Yeah, look. Already the rotate going towards ramp. This
is sick.
This, unfortunately for Twist, his frag may very well have got him.
No, because he's gone towards lower, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Breezy was going to take the bait there, but thinking way ahead of himself, perhaps. Twist goes right down towards lower. He plants upper. That should be the round guarantee. You can see on the camera just there, sigh as he realizes he's been played.
Played himself.
He did play himself, you're right. It was a nice idea, but Breezy 1 step ahead of it.
I mean, basically, I think he just operated under the assumption that the first man in the vents would be the one with the bomb.
No, he knew he had the bomb.
Knew?
He knew. He just assumed that the only way he could grab it was get the bomb and run down towards lower.
Right.
That's the only play he could make. But Breezy was just like, you know what? I'm just going to smoke this and just assume that's what you're doing.
Molly Hut, smoke on bomb. Twist is using all his util to the very best of his ability, but this looks like an easy spray for Breezy. 2 seconds, 1 second he handles it. An important round, and it was all Breezy. He made a 2v4 realistic by getting 2 quick kills. Lovely work from Ethan to make that 19 HP frag.
Yeah, that was what it was all about there. The fact he'd been sprayed down to this 19 points of health, he had to do something a little bit more exotic, I suppose. Instead of just joining his teammates, he had to sneak out here with the smoke down and take Plopsky down. He had no idea. So that's the moment there. So you will see on the radar, you see the bomb. Yeah, he was seeing that, and he was assuming that the only thing he can do is grab the bomb and run out towards lower. I'm going to be 1 step ahead of him. But Breezy, he's playing 4D chess right now. Great stuff. And still a difficult buy on the T side. UMP's Galil's brought out once more and faster pace towards outside. But Lekro, he can hear absolutely everything.
Yeah, and he's going to be scouted out by Ethan, and even more than scouted, scalped. Tarek already has a cross towards secret stairs, just going to linger at the top of them for now. Rez in this swing position. They've swapped their positions around a little bit for us now on the hut. And looks like they'll be boosting them up towards the rafters. So what's the call, Stan?
Well, they've got plenty of time. The man advantage. Utility running quite thin at this point, but they have got outside control. Smoking off towards main entrance, trying to show a little bit of presence towards the ramp position, but Twister, the AWP probably wants to rotate now. It's unlikely they'll challenge again with him in that position. Nice shot from Rez, but Stanislaw has made it safely towards Heaven. He's the linchpin of this operation now. Rez will have to be very quick on his timings, which he is. He gets up that ladder and defends his position, but will he be aware? It doesn't matter. Breezy takes him down.
And because of that frag from Breezy, they still don't know about Stan, but from behind are 3 quick frags from NiP. It looked so good, and it's been ripped from them. Plopsky, the catalyst into completely undermining what looked like such a perfect setup for EG.
Yeah, it was a stroke of genius there. The fact, yeah, they lost one player, but then Breezy, he comes out, completely clothesline the player towards Heaven. That was Rez, and then Stan, it looked like he was in position. This was the moment now. Yeah, Rez, nice kill, but he's got to fall back. But Breezy, after squeaky door, it looked like there was no chance at this point. But Forrest, he knows he has to take matters in his own hands. Feeling that pressure from Heaven, pushes him towards Hut. Plopsky with the flank as well, and just doesn't miss a beat. Really cool stuff.
Yeah, God, what a quick way to lose a round. It just feels like it's all going so well. And just like that, 4 frags, 4 seconds, and the round is gone. Round 4, no less. 4-4, the score. And exchanges outside do favour the Swedish NiP boys. Twist, nice connection onto Tarek, despite the boys staring him down. Lekro keeping outside clear, and just Stan does have the rifle, but not much more to say about that.
Not much at all. That was the Deagles. Finally a couple of kills, but no bomb plant. Not a huge deal. They still have a pretty healthy buy going forward. You do not necessarily need the AWP and the teased out of Nuke. And Cirque is more than capable of the rifles. He actually brings out the glass cannon, though. So maybe trying to exploit the fact we haven't seen much AWPing on the NiP side so far. Trying to see if there's any picks available to them. But this will be a tactical timeout for the Ninjas after winning 2 rounds in a row here.
So the fake 007 did occur.
Oh, you're right.
Yet to see Tarek kind of find his foot, or footing, I think is a better way to say it.
Yeah, the usual way.
Yeah, the usual way, the way that most people would say it. Finding his foot, however, would be something I think would be relatively short-lived. You just have to look down, I imagine,
yeah,
and you'd find it. I'm
sure that's what he'll be doing right now, trying to keep his head down. Hope no one sees the scoreboard. You guys are doing pretty well, actually. Yeah. 5-4's not too bad. Like, I used to play stay like this.
I used to play with players that I just had to unbind their scoreboard. You know, like, guys.
Really? Well, they got too inside their own heads.
They'd get inside their heads so quickly, you know. 0-4 down is like, well, okay, you're rushing now. Stop. Sit still.
That's funny. Well, here we go then. The glass cannon over the T side. The Galil Alpha Tarek again. Things not getting better for him, that's for sure. He's got the lesser of the 3 rifles available to him. And the Galil and a decent amount of utility, so he's being supportive, at least. Fully invested. This is a big round. You can see the money's actually pretty low on the NiP side as well, so still a chance for EG to win this round and maybe the subsequent one after. 3 AK-47s, or Berserk begging for an opportunity here, but unless Twist decides to peek, I don't think he'll be getting one. Twist currently positioned towards the lower window room. Okay, so he's going to be drawn towards Secret, and Lekro in that garage outside.
A lot of liberties being taken by EG outside at the moment. They want Cirque to open it up, but nothing being gifted to them. Lekro passive in warehouse. Rez, something similar towards the staircase. And the CT smoke's coming out around this 50-second mark. Just want to make things even more difficult.
Yeah, just lock off that access point towards ladder, but this is such a great position from Lekro. He's guaranteed himself a frag, but he knows he'll be challenged at this point. Needs to be very careful, just trying to buy time.
Time is of the essence for EG. 30 seconds as Breezy does arrive out of Squeaky, this time met by Lead. And so just 2. Ethan, Cirque, chances minimal. He will have a chance to catch 1 off guard and chooses to take that shot before scouting the perimeter. Cirque, however, does seem a little too disconnected to be able to catch anything else, yeah?
Right.
We've seen that before.
Like, what was the big play here? You're in a 2 versus 4, which by the caliber of EG players is possible, right?
Sure.
And you've just walked in with 1 player and you've got the bomb and Cirque outside doing nothing. That's why we say the AWP on T side of Nuke, if you're not gifted any opportunities, it can be relatively useless. Like, if you can't find anything at the start, they're not giving you anything, which NiP are doing right now. You can see they denied any sort of opening picks there. The AWP's down towards lower. Lekro's in the back of garage. You got Rez patrolling beneath the Heaven position, who's not even challenging there. They're letting them have outside, essentially. Like, what's Cirque going to do with that? Like, they don't even check the garage position. They're just trying to walk in towards main. And Tarek, I don't think he got a kill that round either, right? Yeah, he's 0-9 right now. Forrest, anything but. He just keeps finding headshot after headshot with that M4 towards the main entrance.
And you know where he's going to be. Like, I mean, 90% of the time, he is in playing main in some capacity. And still, despite being oh so expected, he does so much damage. So we've been seeing this quite a lot from Ethan. There's a fast flash towards the top site once his players are established towards Squeak. the moment smoked off, though. And so they'll play the waiting game. Stan looks like he may be setting up for a second, but Cirque responsible for the ramp push at now, and Breezy considering it towards Squeak. Doors are open, and utility is exchanged. Now the flashes will come flying in, not going to do too much, but instead it's actually Twist feeling some pressure. He's going to fall out of ramp room. They go fast. Twist dealing with it so far, so good. 3 quick frags and a 4th that jumps straight into his crosshairs. Looking for the ace. Twist has done it all, and he doesn't need the scope for the 5th. Beautiful work, and that's going to be the 7th now for NiP.
Wow. Where has Twist been all these years? I've missed him. That is such a big play. This year has been fantastic for him. He's showing the world what he's capable of in this particular round. One by one, they jump down his throat, and he doesn't miss a beat here. Every shot is just picture perfect, Alex, especially the last one as well. But a bit of flamboyant start towards the end. Quick no-scope on Ethan, and we'll close things out there, and it'll go 7-4. They were 3-0 down, remember. It's the gun rounds again where EG can't find any foot, as you would say. And
You bastard.
He can't find any footing. And that's a very similar story to Train, right? They won the second round 4 spike, got 3 rounds off the back of that, then got 1 single gun round after. This is a very similar scene, but this time they won the pistol, and they're just looking weak and out of their depth a little bit at times because they're not being given any chances to frag. And that's where they thrive. They thrive in the chaos of Counter-Strike. And if you're presented a very passive and defensive game, they just really can't operate with it, it seems.
Yeah,
and NiP have done a great job here.
And so essentially what EG need to be able to manufacture and be able to kind of understand is that they have to be able to create that chaos.
Yes.
Look at the way Fnatic create chaos on a server sometimes.
They're not forcing rotations right now, and that's so key on Nuke. You need to make sure you got like someone like Glaive and Astralis, right? He'll be down towards Secret or down Ven, and once you have one player down there, that's presence. That's enough to force a rotation. Oh my goodness, why have you got the knife out, Breezy?
Wow, Plopsky, he's playing ahead of the molly and the smoke.
What are you doing to me? Why are you walking around with a knife?
Okay, Henry. Sassy Henry, just bite your tongue for 1 second. Maybe there's some sort of crazy explanation for it. I imagine it was just the fact that the utility was so prominent that he just assumed Plopsky was not going to be there.
There's probably someone not there, so...
Probably. Knife out for Harambe. Anyway.
Okay. This is not looking good now for EG fans. I'll tell you that much. This is an elimination game, bear in mind.
That's crazy.
And what a drop-off in form they've had the last, 2 months? Like, what happened?
It's something similar. You know, we saw Liquid
having
similar trials and tribulations. And
I guess it's burnout, maybe?
Yeah, it's a conversation. It really is. We'll see what the interviews say. Should they take the departure interview, we'll find out. They still control their fate, and Twist, well, perhaps he can actually control theirs, because he's already got 1. Does get eliminated, and actually, with Cirque fragging as well, now... a level stead, not necessarily in health though, down to 6. It's going to be Ethan that has to do a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah, Ethan, it seems like he got a sound cue because he's looking towards Seeker with conviction right now. 30 seconds remain, Cirque towards ramp. Again, they're disjointed. They need to meet up and work out what the play's going to be here. I like that from Lekro though. He didn't force the issue. He didn't push down that. That would be a guaranteed death. It will be a plant towards lower, so now they can group up a little bit more. Cirque will have to defend from the ramp as Lekro drops down. Forest will be coming in from just that position. So Cirque, he's better off just potentially just hiding here. Now he's giving himself up, needs to just really hightail it towards the light. I don't like that at all. It definitely could have been better off just hiding somewhere, anywhere with the low HP. Ethan can win these rounds, though, and he's going to have to, I think, at this point.
So Lekro making no secret of his Decon cross, and he knows Forest was ramp. Lots of steps, catches Forest unawares. Now the 1v1, Lekro. Nice. Very swift adjustment from him, gets the trade and the defuse for another CT round from NiP.
That's big from Lekro. He's been playing really well recently. This is the Lekro we knew and loved in like 2016, and he really has come back online this year. Great stuff. Another fantastic round from NiP. Plopsky, he had a knife out, right?
He did, yeah.
That is very odd. Like, you do walk faster with the knife out, but there was no haste required there, you know? You're just holding for a ramp push. It was a lovely push, don't get me wrong, obviously very unexpected, but that's an embarrassing way to go down.
How peculiar, yeah, it's a tough one. And that's only going to add salt to the wound for EG at the moment. You know, they are a little shaken, I imagine, by what NiP have been presenting here. It's admittedly CT Nuke, so 5-6 can be comfortable. Admittedly, though, it has been changing very recently, since the changes to the weapons and as the meta continues to shift and chop and change. We've seen a bit of an influx in T rounds on Nuke. It's not necessarily for EG though. So we're going to be seeing the Astralis smokes go out, or at least that one I know. Yeah, it is going to be the very same, the L-bend smokes. Yeah, It took us so many years for the outside smokes to change, Henry.
I know.
Oh my goodness, it's 2019 and now the outside smokes.
It was because everyone started using the incendiaries and actually denying the position of them, you know. But either way, here we go. An upper approach looks promising for EG here, but Reds and Forest working in tandem here. The smoke down makes things very problematic, and so does the AWP of Twist. There was an opening there. They looked uncomfortable on the CD side. They're running out of bullets in the clip, and it looked like there was a chance to find a couple of kills here, but still unable to find anything. Tarek has got his first frag. At least that's something. But overall, it's 9-4 now. They were 3-0 up. This is their map pick as well. So 4's enough, you know, that they can come back and win the pistol and set up the fortress themselves on the CT side. But right now, they just don't look like the team that I've been casting this whole year.
It does look like shadows of their former selves, EG, at this point.
NiP were great though. Don't take anything away from them. Like, everyone is hitting their shots. The defensive game plan they've got is very effective. You can see EG struggling with that. They've done their homework, and I'm impressed by that. Upper rush here. This is the round they managed to win before on Train, but they're taking so much damage. But they have got a little bit of access here, but the headshots coming in thick and fast. It is going to be a 3 versus 2, however. Low HP on the plant. I think that Molotov might just tick him, but not going to find it quite. And we've got a round here on the board for EG just by rushing up by the looks of things. Plopsky in a very difficult spot, but certainly capable of winning this one. Comes down to the 1 versus 1, but too many players in front of him. Tarek, he'll get his 3rd kill of the game. So 2 in that round. Big stuff from him. They needed that.
They really did. Look, I mean, 9-6 sounds a whole lot better than 12-3. I'll tell you that much for free. But it is going to be the 5th. And so the final round of our second map's first half. Full buy for both sides. Equipment value around the 30k mark for the CTs. 25 for the T. So back to the old-fashioned smokes this time, and an aggressive stance from Lekro outside, and my goodness, there is only Tarek there as well at the moment. Ethan will be joining him in tow. Good flash to force him off, but they haven't necessarily acknowledged this. Backs are turned at the moment. Twist could even draw their attention.
Yeah, that's what he's doing right now. He's just trying to fire off pop shots through the smoke. Suggests there's a different setup this time of Lekro. Not as aggressive as he is, but he's walked past a load of players here, but he's making up for it now. The double kill comes through just when NiP needed as well. Great shot from Reds. Can he find another? Certainly can. Looks like the round might be done here, but it's a 2 versus 0. Great stuff. A fantastic finish there from NiP. Only gave up, what, a single gun round in that entire sequence. They were 3-0 down, and EG are looking flat. They are going to have to pull their socks up here. They're going to stand a chance to avoid this 2-0. NiP looking in very good form. We'll be back after this break.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is our second map of our third series of our second day here at ECS Season 8. We're into the pistol round, and EG, it's a must-win. I'm Machine, I'm joined by Henry G. They are looking shadows of their former selves, and NiP, quite the opposite, looking great, rejuvenated, and I'm intrigued by this lineup, Forrest. What are you up to?
That looks like a nice one. Oh, this is a technical one, isn't it? All right.
Follow that smoke. Grenades flying in as well. We're going to be seeing the flash go in, and that smoke's going to go straight towards main.
That's ridiculous.
Look at that. They just walked into the site just like that.
They've smoked heaven and main entrance. Like, what a sick pistol round that is. Yeah.
And now the CTs have to regather. Heaven and main completely locked out with the bomb down and time to set up afterwards. NiP have come in to this pistol round with some funky moves. 3 players in towards heaven.
Yeah, I love that. Either way, the retake comes in. It's very possible they jump down and somehow get 3 kills here. The retake is absolutely spot on so far. There's only 1 player remaining. The defuse already begun. He's going to have to make some noise up the ladder here. They know he's coming. They're going to be taking him down, and they don't get a single kill in a 5-on-5 situation with the bomb planted at the upper bomb site.
Wow. Okay. I mean, to be fair to them, EG being so comfortable to play for that retake, it works wonderfully. Look at them just moonwalking, double peeking, double dropping, and they don't drop a single man. Great start from NiP, but the finish is what counts, and it's going to be EG with a spectacular 6th round on the board.
Well, no buy this round at least, but they'll certainly have a strong one going forward. That was looking like the perfect pistol there. Smoke's down, bomb planted, everyone set up in the best position they could be. Can't argue with that though. EG with the flash, and everyone dropping down. I believe it's a mid-air kill when they're coming down from heaven there, and that opened the floodgates in more ways than one. Plenty of kills found, nothing in return, and at this point you can see plenty of rifles. Rifles across the board.
Oh yeah.
In a second round. You don't see that too often.
Damn, 2 M4s, an AUG, and 2 FAMAS.
Everyone's looking well equipped here. They're ready for that buy in the next round.
And it intersects so nicely with what is essentially unarmored deagles.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't have to have utility for that,
so
really.
No one needs to be aggressive here. Everyone is hold back. You don't need utility, you're right. Just make sure you keep 5 players alive here, then you'll be good to go. You'll have equal, if not better, firepower than the Ts. So this is looking very good. But they need to make sure they keep 5 alive here. That's the main objective for EG.
It's about survival. The fragging, just part of that. An offensive defense. And good damage so far. Lecro tagged down. On the walk, Plopsky punished. Steps, he knows the contact's coming, and Cirque's got the AUG. He can just train and spray. You do lose the 1 weapon, but it'll be an upgrade for Tarek all the same. Actually, wait, where's the AUG? Oh dear.
Didn't grab it?
No, Stan stole it from him. He's furious.
Well, another one will have to be purchased then. But here come the AKs and the Kriegs, that's for sure. NiP, if they'd won that pistol, they'd be in a fantastic position right now, but this is where things get a little bit more problematic. Overall, though, the money will be decent for EG. Clean pistol, and then a very clean second round as well, where they've got all the bells and whistles to go with these rifles at this point. The incendiaries, which are very important on Nuke, the smokes, the flashbangs, and defuse kits as well. Stanislaw denying the upper rush with the incendiary towards Squeaky Door. Cirque finds himself in a bit of a tricky spot there, but doesn't take any damage for it. Plopsky trying to use the range of the Krieg here to work outside and look for any close-range players in the interim.
Cirque in this rather default warehouse hold, it's so powerful, especially when you have a teammate set up in that main, which they do. It'll be Ethan, I believe, floating around. Actually, just choosing to descend. The comms can come in from Cirque. You'll hear the steps, you'll know that secret has been accessed, and so Ethan can respond in kind. Is he going to choose to throw some initial utility? He is. And so the jig is up. And Cirque, realizing that they're going to know exactly where he was, chooses to reposition. It's an interesting game. Without any bloodshed, so much has been going on.
Ethan spots a lot of players there towards Secret. The name not as effective as he would like, but still does significant damage. He holds towards window, baits up the fact he could have jumped out there. But Plopsky, full control of vents. Very strong position to be in. Flashbangs being deployed here, trying to gain access towards lower. But 40 seconds, they still have time. They can dissect this at their own pace. But Ethan, he might be under a bit of pressure here. He needs at least 1 kill. But his teammate to back him up, I think that's absolutely great. But still, they preempt it, take him down. And now Tarek, he is in a tough spot, and he'll be taken down as well. 5-on-3, rotations coming through, and Rez is watching towards Secret steps.
Cirque, perhaps their last chance, and he isn't. Has Stanislaw in tow. Great work from Breezy elsewhere. We'll find 1, but 4 still standing for this NiP post plant. Stan goes looking. We'll hear the reload of Lekro beneath him, and perhaps going to catch a glimpse of Plopski. That's some information, and that's some good fragging. Forrest with the trade, he can work with that. Stan now looking for a 2 versus 1. There we go. Frags coming in all in favor of EG. They're managing to make this work. The spray's not there for the second, and it will be Stanislaw. 2 important frags, puts home the 8th on the board, and that's 3 back-to-back now from the North Americans.
You don't normally see many retakes toward the lower bomb side work out there. I think Rez, sure, he was watching towards Secret, I believe, from the silo position. Maybe we're better off being with the squad, especially after these couple of kills. It looked like there was no chance of bringing this one back. Forrest should have guaranteed things there. I don't know how they give that one up. It started with the pistol round in a 5-on-5. They didn't get a single kill. And losing to these retakes towards lower, you just don't see it that often. Honestly, the T side will win that 90% of the time in that sort of scenario. You can see what it means to EG because they know they shouldn't be winning that round. That's ridiculous.
That's a huge one. And it's going to have ramifications throughout as well. You can see that at the moment, it's a choice of weapon or utility for a member of, it's going to be Rez on NiP. Looks like he's going to be just going for the AK-47. But look what that has done now. That's 3 converted now. Unfortunately, that's exactly how EG started their first half. Let's see if on the defense things go a little differently.
Well then, bomb planted. Lost bonus at 3rd, or the 4th stage, I guess, considering the new system. And so they got a decent buy overall, but not ideal. Rez with no utility whatsoever. But they have got 4 AKs and a Galil. Very slow approach here. They knew that was their round. They might as well buy into this one, even if it's bare bones in terms of the grenades, because if you can win this, you're going to shut down the economy of the CTs very quickly. But you got to do that first. You've got to win this very difficult round. So now, this is what we were talking about in the first half. EG weren't necessarily doing this too much. Getting one player towards Secret, it's so pivotal on Nuke because it forces the rotation. It means the CTs can't be as strong on one part of the map. When you pincer, when you attack, the defense will be weaker. But you have to get a player down there first, which they have done.
It's such a scary role, though. I mean, Plopski, he's got a lot of responsibility now. Not only set up by his team with the smokes, but now he's got to take these fights, and they're not easy. Headshot angle held, and actually that's exactly what he gets. Think down, stand with 10, and Breezy just holding down Mouse 1, and it's 3 in the end. Ethan in support as well. The top side take is over, and EG securing their 9th. Plopski, unfortunately for him, he got where he had to be, but his team has evaporated, and Ethan's staring straight down this event.
Yeah, they know exactly where he is, and Ethan will get this final kill, no problem whatsoever there. EG looking solid now. Their CT side has been perfect so far. Haven't given up a single round. That's going to be 4-0 in their favor. So that is going to be maximum loss bonus now on the T side, but there's no plan on that previous round. So I think they're going to have to yield and let this one just be a partial buy. That's great work from Breezy. Really starting to look himself now.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's just unflinching, he's got 6 bullets in there, doesn't panic, reload, reposition, just holds it and finishes off that frag. Lovely. So into round 20. And just some armor pistols coming out from the ninjas. Let's see what you choose to do with that. Outside smokes and a charge, perhaps.
I think because Plopsy got down there relatively uncontested before, he's going to let's just send everyone we can down towards Secret, try and get a quick plan. It's very close range. We've got the CZs in hand. They've spammed off all their bullets. No one's really taken any significant damage, so this is good. They're going to be happy just to charge this one and hopefully take down Tarek, but he's in an ideal spot to at least get a couple of frags here.
A bomb plan is the dream. There's a smoke on Rez. Was a smoke on Rez because Tarek Spray's dealt with him. And Turk in perfect unison will arrive exactly when he had to. But with bomb retrieved and now planted, NiP mission accomplished. It's going to be an extra $800, an extra 300 for Twist with the frag on the CZ. Lovely start. And they get exactly what they wanted. 2 players gone. That's forcing the rebuy out of Tarek and Cirque. But keeping things level, EG are doing so much more work here on the defense to start off our second half of our second map. If we need a third, we have Inferno waiting in the wings.
I think we might need one at this point. This is why EG picked this map. You can see it all makes sense at this point. Money's flowing nicely. Got the AKs out as well. They're yet to drop around as they tie things up 10-10. All signs point to Inferno at this stage. NiP will have to put in a serious shift at this point to bring this one back. See the odds looking very favorable towards EG at this stage. Brought to you by Pinnacle. Kriegs are out this time. They outnumber the AKs 3-2. And this is the opening NiP were looking for. Plopski waiting for aggression towards that hub position. Lekro, same story, a ramp. No knife out for him. NiP got some great smokes here.
Yeah. See the lineups.
What is that? Damn, that's so sick, dude. It lands above the hut.
Oh, and look what it's done for them! Lekro gets one, Ethan forced to drop. Rez will go and find another head. It's Tarek to fall.
Okay, that was wild.
They've got a couple of tricks up their sleeve for that top side.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm surprised I haven't seen that before. I'm sure it's been done in pro play a few times, but that's the first time I've seen it look that effective. What the hell? I was like, where is this going to go? That's not going to drop on the side, but it makes so much sense. It blocks all vision above that very strong spot above the hut.
Worked out wonderfully.
Yeah, that's so cool. Lecro helps himself to a couple of kills. First on the board here for NiP. Took every trick up their sleeve, Alex, but I'm very happy with the result. That was a cool round.
So that's twice we've seen some impressive smoke execute from NiP towards the top side. The first in the pistol didn't quite work out in the end. In fact, not a single player dropped from EG on that retake. But the second time here with full rifles, and it's gone splendid. It's gone swimmingly, if it to be as British as I can.
Yeah, you would be absolutely correct in saying so. That couldn't have been a better execution there. It's the way that the smoke pounces like this, like you can't see it coming. It's all telegraphed, right? You're flashing in. So just as they get grey screened, they're blind as well. They just drop down into Lecro's crosshair. That's so wild.
Could you not just try again? I mean, is that a stupid question?
Like the synchronicity of the smoke and the flash. As the smoke comes down, so you're dropping, and then the flash lands in your face, and you drop in front of the hut, in front of everyone.
No accuracy, no vision, and completely
wild.
out of position. Lecro, he's never been given 2 kills like that before. Perhaps in practice.
Sick replay as well. Shout out to Bossman Eamon for that. I'm sure Sliggy helped a bit.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a teamwork making the dream work as always. But getting to see that broken down once again. And 11, the first T round now for NiP acquired, immediately taking a timeout just to catch their breath. And so it's time for us to be jumping into round 22. Still got a tingle of Inferno, Henry?
Yeah, still, bear in mind, it was an amazing round there from NiP, but that's only the first they've got so far. That's a player dead into the flames there. Twist taking nade damage and bullets as well, but they pulled one back. Fast pace towards Secret now. They might as well continue with it and see if they can get down towards lower. Exactly that. Rez, he knows he needs to find a frag down here, but the orb's waiting. That's such an advantage for Cirque. He's going to nail this shot. No problem.
Walking around the corner. An easy one for him to connect.
Yeah, they could have thrown a molly there. They could have done anything but that. They just walked around and gave him a free frag. And now Plopsky, he realizes that he'll have to reposition and reevaluate their options.
Yeah, Rez punished for going in dry. Breezy's pushed up very aggressive as well in hut. Will be checked, there's no doubt about it, but an easy frag for Breezy. Forest outside is going to have a spot of bother. Wow, quick adjustment, and he does triumph. And now the timing could not have been better. Breezy catching Lecro. More aggression, lobby control gone. The T's almost swapping roles now as they're back towards the CT spawn.
Yeah, they can gather that the players will be towards outside of that kill from Breezy. You've already got Forest out there, and it's unlikely he's outside by himself. One player holding the lobby makes a lot of sense, and now they can really focus towards the bomb sites now, especially with the clock down to 35 seconds. Maybe 2 towards upper, 1 lower. That would be ideal. I think that's exactly what they've got.
So 30 seconds. It does seem like lower is going to be the plan, but they're doing it as quiet as they can. It's going to be the element of surprise they're counting on.
And remember, it's Cirque towards lower as well. So he's got the AWP. He can just hold for the bomb plan, take one player down, but he is in the vents right now. So there's a chance they get close to the site here. But they obviously have no idea. They've got so many angles to cover and check at this point. They're going to have to commit at one point. I think they have to smoke Decon, go for the plant, maybe Molotov the door. We'll see what they're doing. It's just going to be a smoke on the side itself, go for the plant. Cirque can do nothing about that, but the retake is still looking very good for them.
Just thought he might be going for something ridiculous there, especially on the low HP player. It could have seen the stars align. And speaking of stars, Forest, he's got 2 kills in this round already. Can he get any more? Plopsky, important connection onto Ethan. Keeps things level.
Yeah, he'll have to do most of the heavy lifting here. Forest with no HP whatsoever, but it's the same story for Breezy. 2 on 2 now favors NiP. Forest waiting on the bomb site here. He spots Cirque, but he can't find the shot, that's for sure. And the bomb will be defused, no problem whatsoever. So it's going to be 11-11 after a very successful execution towards Zappa. They managed to bring this round back to even a capable situation. They can actually win the round itself, but overall it falls apart. Another fantastic retake from EG, managing to just look so strong on Nuke so far, especially on the CT side.
Yeah, I mean, some of their T-side decision-making and some of the getting
T-side wasn't as great.
Yeah. But clear evidence as to why this was the map pick of the North American squad when you see just how good they can defend and just how loud they can roar when things are going their way. Didn't hear too much of that on Train, of course. Let's not forget that there is, of course, Train already under the belt of the Swedes. And so we're into another round of play.
Indeed we are. A lot on the line here. Elimination game, bear in mind. You would not expect EG to crash out in the group stages. AWP for Silver Cirque. Barely any utilities in the T side, Alex. He twists with nothing. Rez just a Molotov. Forest a flash. This is a desperate buy. And they'll go towards ramp. Now, I was about to say, Cirque is nimble on this map. He moves around. He was lower before. This time towards the ramp. The flash not going to get him, but the shot will find NiP. He doesn't need to re-peek this. He's got backup coming in from lower, though. That's going to be Tarek, so looks like he's more than happy to take the challenge, but I feel like just taking that advantage was the key. And we've got the backstab from Breezy. They are locking the door behind them. This is an absolutely sensational push from EG. They didn't even get close to a bomb site there.
No, not at all. That's so painful. It's just rocking a hard place.
Yeah.
Breezy from behind. They're forced to commit towards that ramp room, and that's exactly where they wanted them to go. Let's see that again from Cirque. Just not in any stretch of the imagination moving his mouse when that flash was thrown. He didn't consider it, didn't acknowledge it. Easy first frag for him. Eventually just hunting them down together. Starting to get their mojo back. Watch your back, says Cirque. That's badass.
He's not wrong.
Yeah,
I had no idea. Breezy was just rushing in through the lobby there. He catches a couple in the back, and that was the round shut down. Another difficult buy here. Maximum loss bonus out again, but that'll only get you so far. This will be the last of the buys if they don't get the bomb planted. NiP just picking up one single round in the second half so far. 10-5 to kick things off. Picked up one with the upper execution. Might just want to go back to that.
I think Twist might be doing the old trick in the book. He's in the same spot.
He is, you're right.
No, thinking better of it instead, back onto the silo.
It was Lekra. Oh no, Lekra got the kills. It was Twisted Fro, you're right.
Yeah, he's got a smoke and a flash from that spot, and he has both of those available to him.
So they've done. Oh, so it's different. This is for Heaven. Yeah.
The same, but different. More like the pistol, perhaps, as it was maybe seeing a Molotov thrown out, and a smoke as well. So there's a lot they can be taking that top site. The flash is working well, just to force Breezy and Eden off, but it's only for a second.
That
and they come back, chomp back, and get 3 no less. Massacre on towards the top site.
Had they just done that smoke again, it would have worked perfectly. They were in the exact position that smoke would have bloomed, but either way, it's Twist now left in a 3 versus 1. I don't know why they won't do that tactic again. It was so good before. It's the only way you've actually picked up a round, but this one's guaranteed at this stage for EG, looking very comfortable towards upper. Breezy just looking down at them as they come out one by one out of the hut, and it will be surely an eco or partial by this point. So that's the smoke they're talking about. It lands in that position. He can't do any of that. They've dropped it once, but they refuse to do it again.
And so, yeah, I mean, it's quite interesting that it hasn't got into Breezy's head, you know. He's not going to be fooled into repositioning, playing a different spot, instead just saying, you know, let's prove it to me. Show me that you can throw that one again. Instead, EG, look at the CT side. They've got 1 blemish on the defensive record.
Yeah.
Which was the round we're talking about.
Exactly. So I'm surprised they didn't just keep deploying the smoke. So if it's not broken, don't fix it, you know. So either way, we do have money available. I didn't think that'd even be a buy here, but they've got AK no utility on 2 players. Have managed to get himself a Galil as well. I suppose that helps things out. But overall, this is starting to get out of control here for NiP. They can feel this one slipping away. Feels like a matter of time before we go to Inferno. Third and deciding map in this elimination game. Group A lower brackets.
And so they start to bloom. 3 smokes deployed and 3 members of NiP on their way. 2 going to be the front runners. No bullets to contest that secret run. Stans is going to be waiting to take that contact. Twist in tow. It's Cirque that stops him in his tracks. Bomb not yet across either, so sure, that's some presence. Bomb likely to be retrieved. Probably popped up on the minimap at least a little bit, so that's some info for EG to play with. And now it's time for the duel. Stan, he's got to try and find that headshot, but he does manage to at least evade death. Oh, Forrest,
Brave.
the Bloodhound, he just wants him straight through the fire and flames. He meets his end. And now backed up by Tarek through the vents. Is Plopsky looking for a double, but traded. Tarek now looking to escape, reposition, and heading straight for ramp room.
Yeah, I think he goes towards upper at this point because they know there's at most at this point 1 player towards upper, and I think he's just hoping that that's what they feel like, and he's going towards ramp, try and join his teammate. Either way, though, it's going to be NiP. Plenty of time, I say that. 30 seconds on the clock now. Heading towards Heaven. They have got 2 Kriegs here, and it's Tarek joining his teammate. I like this. They can stay together, frag out, and rotate quickly via the vent. But we'll see if this drop from Heaven is going to work out for NiP. It's going to make noise. It will be audible, but Tarek Not be able to shut down the plant at least, but maybe he can. Rez has no idea. He gives in the bomb essentially.
Yeah, now you have to react. Try and get that bomb down. Lekro's just going to punch in the digits. 7, 3, 5, 5. Yep, it's all good. 2 more to find. Both from Hut, though. Is he ready for the second? It does look like he's got a shot. What is that from Lekro?
It's amazing.
Wow.
But I feel like that round was done because it's a 2-on-1, right? With 10 seconds on the clock, you definitely could have sacrificed one player to try and deny that plant.
Right.
You know, like Tarek was thinking about it. He was trying to just run through and just suggest he was going to do that. But I felt like going 1 by 1 at that point, like you have to either commit to it or not. You've let him plant and reposition before he challenged. Where's the instant swing from Breezy? They're a little bit out of sync there, but still amazing round from NiP. They needed that desperately. And they'll recover an AWP as well. So not out just yet, it seems. It's going to be 13 to 12. Really would have liked to deny from Tarek, though. Even if it was a fake plant, you know he's not getting that bomb down again.
No, absolutely. I mean, he had 10 seconds when he started, right?
Yeah,
so bang on. That would be enough to rot the clock. And EG, perhaps they're still thinking about that. It's only going to be the, what, second now and third round from NiP's T-side? Regardless, the gap closed and money still flowing. And albeit this is it, the goose eggs are on. 3 members of NiP down to 0.
This is their chance, though. If they win this round, EG will have no loss bonus accumulated whatsoever, right? They get this with a clean sweep with no player savings. To be 13-13, they got a chance to take the lead at that point. This round might decide their fate. Money is broken on either side. Only difference is NiP have a bit of loss bonus behind them. Let's see what happens here. Orb out for Cirque, but same story for Twist, who has been pretty remarkable on Nuke so far, the weapon, mainly on the CT side. Smokes it down. Cirque reacts.
Stan's not playing secret this time. There is no resistance should they get down there early, which is exactly what they're doing. So the scene's certainly clear. Cirque is actually going to arrive just in time. Started in heaven, but now he's here.
Not again, not the dry peak.
No, not the dry. Oh, he is the shoulder of Lekro, but they all accelerate, and now he's overwhelmed. He still stands his ground, and he's still hitting headshots. Down to 2 versus 4, though. Twist and Plopski. And another freebie for Tarek. That's the bomb, that's the round. 14 on the cards for EG.
I don't know why they're trying to shroud the fact that they've got towards Secret. You've already deployed the smokes, right?
What?
Oh, hello. Twist will be getting 1, but that's presumably all he gets. Why not just drop the Molotov on the stairs? If it's happened once already and Cirque's been in that position, why are we giving him free kills? Like, sure, I saw what they're doing. They're trying to bait out the short then pounds, but he gets 1. Cirque, he's going to get 1 more before he gets dropped as well. So really would have liked a Molotov, which is very easy to throw toward those steps. He does a great job to get a second here. Probably not worth that much, but still, I feel like NiP dropped the ball a little bit at that point.
Yeah, no, definitely. You've seen that twice. Neither time it works. Stan's previously been on that exact staircase.
Yep.
Every single time he's been able to at least inflict some damage, admittedly not necessarily finding those frags early. And through the flames, Lekro tagged down to just 2. He has to clutch onto the ladder just to keep himself kicking. And spraying, actually, Stan does manage to inflict some more damage. So tagged, battered, a little bit bruised, but they have got access to the lower site. Tarek realizing he wants to try and stay at arm's reach as all those pistols were about to arrive, and so they have access to the lower site. But interestingly enough, not looking to rush that plant. Plopski will do that now, but they're already closing the gap, tucking themselves up to the ramp wall. I kind of like that.
Yeah, well, they've lost a 5-on-5 before without a single frag found, and this time they only have CZs. They do have the single AK, though. Forest will have to do God's work here if they're going to stand a chance. This is a round they weren't likely to win, but they have found a bit of wiggle room here. CZ can't inflict damage, but the AK certainly can. Smoked out of position, though. Forest will have to rely on his teammates here, and Rez at least finds 1.
Oh, Lekro, how is he still alive with just 2 HP finally? He will be caught. It revolves Cirque, though, showing his presence. They know the AWP's on his way. Forrest has caught another with this rifle. He's got 3 kills. And NiP, what they couldn't do with rifles, they've done with CZ75s. Forrest with 4 kills. The veteran brings home a crucial round for the Swedes.
That's so big as well. It's absolutely wrecked the finances of EG. It's the CZs, the single AK-47. We said Forrest had to step up. He managed to get 3 kills, and Rez did substantial damage as well. A little gap in the smoke is all he needed. The pressure was on with the bomb ticking away, and Cirque, he did his absolute best here, but that was the shot that wins the round. Forrest is back, baby. That is insane.
Wow. You can't ask for more. And if I ever have a rifle, I'm dropping it for Forrest. He's just proven his worth.
Damn, okay, yeah, take a tactical timeout, EG. You need to catch your breath.
Whew. I do too. I mean, just to process that, NiP, it's so interesting, and I don't necessarily have the answer as to why, but that round was when EG had nothing lower. Like, just no presence there. Is that just, that's just kind of dumb luck, perhaps?
Well, they had so much presence towards outside. They were hoping they would do substantial damage, right? They'd be able to call and react off it, but they just weren't quick enough. And the AWP rotating in was smoked out. You could see the CTs actually blocked by the smokes, and the CZ getting very close range as well. So, like, on paper, they should have been fine there. They've won plenty of retakes towards lower. They're up against pistols this time. They don't want to have players giving away rifles, essentially, right? They know they're up against the pistols, so hold back, retake together, but Forest AK, they didn't really account for that one, and they're going to have to take a full eco here. 14-14, pretty much guaranteed, unless something completely abnormal happens this round, Alex.
A fantastic map of Counter-Strike, and it's not done yet. Should be the equalizer, as Henry said. Wanting to keep hold of every single rifle here, so expect some restraint. This could go a little slow. You need to grab a drink. Now is your chance. Hydrate. Stay hydrated. 2 liters of water a day. Have you drank a liter of water so far? You probably have.
I've had a Diet Coke or something.
That's yeah, you're nearly there, I reckon.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that counts for like 2 glasses of water, right?
I think
Super water.
Here we go. 3 men pushing into lobby. That is going to put a rifle into the hands, and now Stan. He has the element of surprise. Unfortunately, not the weapon, but maybe can dink away at Forest. That is the bomb, and does do good damage, down to 40, but now they have the information, but unfortunately for them, that is pretty much all they've got.
Tarek has, I was about to say, has a chance. He's only got 4 HP, however, so with the USP, not looking likely, but he does find one in the back. Bomb goes down. He'll close the door. He was raised well, and he'll be falling back as well. It's going to be a 3 versus 1. Breezy, AK-47, has actually got a slight chance of winning this, but great shot from Lekro. 14-14, and I dare say that the money is not there for Circed by an all. 4,300, indeed, it's not. 3K on Ethan, Breezy, and Tarek. This could be NiP's window to actually get to map point and release some pressure.
Wow, it's turning around towards the tail end of the second half of our second map.
All down to those CZs, baby.
Yeah, that CZ round. Forest, 23 frags, but the 4 in that one. So crucial. Not a single AWP in play for the CT side, as you highlighted. And now it's time to see... Oh, a bit of pace. A very fast round to start things off. Rez goes for the early peek and has a good shot at it. Will be chopping and changing. Lekro gets a grenade straight down the pocket of his NiP jersey. Crucial round of play and some real limitations in the CT setup. Someone has to be a hero. Smokes outside. What's the reaction? Looks like Stan wants to back up for the ramp room for now.
They've really focused towards this secret area in NiP, but it is working for them as long as they drop that Molotov towards the steps at lower.
Yeah, or Twist takes the fight, maybe. I don't mind.
Yeah, well, in terms of reaction here, you can see the CT's actually probing for lobby control, and that's actually very valuable. There's no T's there whatsoever. Great incendiary as well, just to make sure they can capitalize upon this information they've gathered now. They know lower's not a massive risk. They can start sending players down there. Forest, though, does he just challenge us again? They don't have the AWP this time, but they've got their crossfire of doom towards lower. Stanislaw waiting there with the MP9 of Ethan. There's the Molotov now. That's what we wanted to see before, so that's good to see that in position. But now they need to be aware and cognizant of the fact there could be an M4 here. They are. Stanislaw will take minimal damage, and Ethan will dish out a lot. That's
worked out wonderfully. Their attention was drawn so intensely towards Stan's silenced M4. They got the sound, they wanted to piece it together, and then Ethan could strike with his MP9. 18 seconds, they're running out of time. This looks like a disaster, and it is! Brilliant from Ethan, just going to mow them down, exactly what they needed to do. But with 10 seconds left, is that bomb on its way top site? I think Rez, no, he's the one with the bomb, and he won't even be able to get across. Plopsky falls as well on his retreat, and so 15-14 into round 30. There will be the full finances available-ish for this last round. It's sort of sacrifices for Plopsky. But this was Ethan's round, man, single-handedly almost. They rotted the clock so well, you can see that almost getting that third. It was all that mattered. 1 away from Inferno.
The MP9. Of all the weapons to save the day there, he couldn't have found a better time as well. Just as they committed towards the lower side, runs around the corner, guns 2 of them down, significant damage to the third. NiP will be kicking themselves now, hoping they can take this to overtime and get the reset they desperately require. They bring the AWP out. Twist will have that and 20 kills to his name so far. Same smoke, same situation and sequence, but it's Breezy through that smoke. They'll take Plopsky down first.
Yeah, very different outcome this time. First blood drawn straight through the smoke. They were considering trying to find him, but Breezy's already long gone. Quick reposition from him.
Take the advantage and run. So, Reds anticipating a push towards lobby. Twist looking for any opportunities of inquisitive CTs peeking towards outside. But like I said, when you got his 5-on-4, it's 15-14, run the clock down, hold the crossfires, hold the bomb sites. Forest desperate to find an opening here. Trying to pull a rotation towards low up. Opens up the door. His teammates presumably go towards the way he's playing right now. Suggests he's just trying to force rotations towards low up before they finish.
Presence,
I feel like this is the round if ever you're going to do that upper smoke again. That would be a great one to do it, but no one's in that position this time. They actually only have a flash and an HE as well, so that's the main issue before we even get into the tactics.
Mystery, yeah.
Oh, this is done. I think we go to the third map, Alex.
It looks like Inferno. A great shot from Stan. More so the positioning, though. It wasn't to do with the bullets. More so to do with just how much patience he had holding that warehouse push very passively. So now bomb scooped up. 20 seconds. Twist. And AWP to be the spearhead of the assault. And another frag. This time it's Stan and Ethan securing it. A full 30, but EG will be taking us to 3. We're off to Inferno. And the North Americans do manage to stabilize, as we discussed.
A great game, though, right? And it shows the tenacity of EG overall. We had Tarek there, who was, 0-9, but they still brought it back in the second half. They looked much better there. We had some great executions from NiP as well. A smoke I personally haven't seen before. No. That was a bit of a showstopper. And it just begs the question, why did we only see that once, Alex? Why did it never come out again? It was so powerful before.
When we have access to an interview, definitely going to beg Sue to see if she can pull that one out of NiP if they are the victors. I'm very intrigued to know as to why we didn't see a little more of that. Even why didn't we see like that heaven and main smoke combination from the pistol? They seem like even just protocols, even if it's just an opportunity to try and pull some CT utility out, I'd love to see a little more of those.
Well, it's good news for EG fans because it was looking very bleak at one point. Their first half, their T side, it wasn't fantastic, but they really battened down the hatches on their CT side. They look fantastic. Breezy especially had some amazing moments. Ethan saving the day with the MP9 towards the end there. That's going to be a difficult one for NiP to consume, but it's still, they've already got a map under their belt. Inferno, the great decider, as usual, close things out. You're going to want to stick around for this one, guys. We'll take a break and be back with the third map very, very shortly indeed.